Hey there guys, it's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video, and boy, am I very happy today. Not only have we had so much to talk about over the past week, like over a week at this point. We've had some awesome, really cool and exciting news like Sonic Prime, but we've had a lot of unfortunate and sad news in terms of people who've worked on it, kind of. Warren Graff and Ken Pontac, kinda happy about that. But in terms of the voice talent that has come along these past 10 years, such as Roger Craig Smith, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, Cindy Robinson, announcing their departure, it was very disappointing to see that they're no longer going to be portraying these iconic characters. A lot of people figured, okay, it looks like everybody's out the door, but there was always an asterisk next to that. We all know that Mike Pollock was the only actor who remained from the 4Kids cast into the meta era. We need to change that. And we knew a recast would happen eventually, and everybody figured if they... Everybody was wondering, is he going to be able to survive it again? Is he going to get too old? Is he not going to sound like Eggman anymore? The answer to that is no. But it was always a question, will he return? And it's been confirmed now that Mike Pollock is returning as Dr. Eggman in future Sonic the Hedgehog games. There's actually quite a lot of details that he revealed in his tweet. But before we get to that, I just want to state this is amazing news. I and everybody else was saying, okay, I think everybody else is gone, but I think there's a chance Mike stays. I do truly believe he will be the only voice actor who is a part of the Colors to Forces era who will keep their role. I don't see anybody else staying, obviously. All of these major characters getting replaced. It just makes sense that Eggman is still consistently the only character that doesn't have his voice changed in English. So I'm very happy that our predictions were right. Eggman is staying. Mike Pollock is staying. This is amazing news because it's been so sad seeing all of these people who've put their heart and soul into these characters leaving, but knowing that somebody who's done the same with this amazing character in Eggman, one of the greatest Sonic characters, it's very, very awesome to see. Super happy it's happening. Without any further ado, let's go into his tweet and see what he had to say. You know what they say, the more the merrier. You've not yet heard the last of me as Dr. Eggman in Sonic the Hedgehog video games. Kindly prepare your ears accordingly. If you guessed otherwise, surprise! Now if you'll excuse me, I have to stock up on lozengers. On a personal note, I know you'll want to speculate about what happened and the possible casting choices, but please bear in mind that IRL actors' careers are steered by auditions, callbacks, bookings, and rejections. It's a bit more complicated than choosing sides for kickball. That was amazing to hear. If you guys don't understand the lozengers part, Eggman is probably very wearing on his voice, so it's a kind of cough drop to help it. Did you need to know that information? No, but I thought it'd help. This is amazing. I'm so happy. I love Mike Pollock. Mike Pollock is a legend. He's made history as the person who's voiced this character for the longest. You will be voicing this character, hear this. Now that he won the role of Eggman, he's retaining it. I'm assuming other people auditioned for the role of Eggman. I think it's like what it was for Colors and all that stuff. I think he just simply had the best voice and he won out. But since he's won this audition, since he's going to be signing a contract and will be playing Eggman for an extended period of time again, let's say 10 years potentially, he will be voicing this character longer than I've been alive. That is insanity. That is insane. I can't comprehend it. He's been voicing this character for so long, multiple decades. It is a ridiculous feat, and it's something that should be appreciated and utterly respected. He's given himself to this community. He's done signings, he's done interactions, conventions, all this stuff. He's done so much, and it's been so awesome to see. It's truly one of a kind. He's just become Eggman. I don't think any of us would be able to see Eggman in any other capacity, specifically animated, such as like cutscenes or TV shows, if it wasn't Mike, because like you just hear his voice so much when you see that character. Now Jim Carrey's Eggman in the movies is a different story. That's live action. He's building this entirely different character, and if you watch the post-credit scene to the Sonic movie with Eggman, it is very Mike Pollock-ish. His voice is very gravelly tone to it, more cartoonish, so he's clearly inspired this character greatly. So it's great to hear that he would continuing playing this character. Now an interesting part of what he said, and I know I've been against taking certain things at face value because sometimes things can be misinterpreted, but he specifically said Sonic video games. He said that he'll be playing Eggman in Sonic the Hedgehog video games, so like this next game that's coming out, this 3D title or potentially 2D titles or anything like that, you'll be hearing Mike Pollock as Eggman. Nothing will really change there. But what he didn't say was Prime, and I wasn't expecting him to say, you'll hear me voicing Eggman in Sonic video games in Sonic Prime. That'd be kind of weird in the statement. If he said, you'll be hearing me more as Dr. Eggman in the Sonic franchise, or if you'll just be hearing me, you haven't heard the last of me as Dr. Eggman, that's different, but he specifically stated video game, so that is interesting. Knowing that the show will have Sonic's friends, and I think you kind of have to have Eggman as a villain, in some capacity in Sonic Prime. I'm sure there's a larger threat going on. I'm interested in knowing if they're going to get a completely different cast. I always was under the assumption that maybe, just maybe, everybody would voice the characters in the shows and the games and all that stuff, because that's what happened with the 4Kids cast, that's what's happened with the Studiopolis cast. So I wonder if that's changing? Not very sure. I guess we'll have to stay tuned and find out. I hope that he will voice Eggman in Sonic Prime, once again, if he's in there. We don't know which characters are in there definitively, except for Sonic and supposedly different versions of Sonic and his friends. There was no mention of Dr. Eggman being a threat or having to stop him. We're still very much questioning what this show is going to be, so I'm very excited. But maybe they're just not in the casting process of the show. Maybe they cast the show after they cast the video games. I'm not sure if it will be Sega casting or if it will be WildBrain/Netflix casting. If Sega's in charge of it, I could see them just trying to find the perfect people for the video games and be like, okay, here are Sonic voices, here's the entire cast, here's who'll be voicing Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, all that stuff. Use those actors for Sonic Prime. Or vice versa, saying, hey, those are your actors, can we use them for Sonic Prime? Because that's kind of what happened when Sonic X was being made. 4Kids wanted originally to use the Adventure voice cast, but Sega didn't want them to. So 4Kids hired their own actors in New York, which included Jason Griffith and all those people, and then Sega just liked them so much they're like, okay, let's just use them for the games, and they fired Drummond and all those people. We haven't heard from them since. So maybe a similar situation happened there. Not sure, since the show is coming out next year, and you're gonna have to have voices. I doubt they'll do that. I think they'll just do, let's use them at the same time. So there's so many question marks going on right now. I guess we'll have to see. I really hope they use the same voice cast in the games and the show. It just offers for consistency. And I hope that we'll hear Mike Pollock as Eggman in that show. This is so great. I mean, nobody wanted Mike Pollock to go. Mike Pollock is such a good dude. He's a funny dude, and he's been voicing this character for so long, and he still got it to where if they recasted him just to recast him, that would have been awful. That would have been so bad. It's great to know he's returning. I have no idea what's going on with this cast. I don't know when we'll get announcements of who's playing Sonic. I don't know when we'll get announcements of who's playing everybody else, but I'm looking forward to when that day happens. He specifically mentioned auditions, so I'm not sure if people are already auditioning for the role of Sonic. For all we know, the role's already been secured up by somebody, and they're just waiting for a proper time to announce it. South by Southwest is happening online next month. We don't know if Sonic will be there or not. I guess we'll see. Whether it's a press release or not, I guess we'll see. But I'm also glad to know that we do have our first cast member confirmed, and it is Mike Pollock, and he will be back as Dr. Eggman. Are you guys happy that Mike Pollock is returning, that he is retaining his role as the iconic Dr. Eggman? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you happy? Did you want somebody else for whatever reason? You're wrong. If you wanted that, stop it. Let me know. I love to hear what you guys have to say. I love interacting with you guys down there. Feel free to follow my social media. Links are in the description below for my Twitter and Instagram. You can follow those for an update on my life and future content. And of course, if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. This is the best place for Sonic the Hedgehog content. So if you don't want to miss a thing, subscribe. We're the first to every single story we upload within the hour of it happening in a quality format. This is a huge year. This year is going by very fast, and I didn't figure everything would be coming at such a fast rate, but here we are. It's almost daily. This year is going to be huge, so get excited. We're going to cover everything. This is going to be awesome, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Wah!